Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag's at the south end. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, and you may be seated. Good evening. Welcome to our social distancing Roberts graduation for 2020. My name is Brad Shreve. I'm principal of Early College and Roberts High School, and I want to welcome our graduates, their families, friends, and our staff to our tonight's celebration. We also would like to recognize and welcome our special guests. Over here to my left, we have Jim Orth, Director of Strategic Initiatives for Salem-Keizer School District. Director Jesse Lippold, School Board Director for Salem-Keizer School Board. Over here to my right, leading the procession in Lisa McIntyre, Assistant Principal, Roberts High School. And new to the team, Miranda Crines, Assistant Principal, Roberts High School and Early College High School. I'd like to introduce the class of 2020 senior speaker. Tonight I have the honor of introducing Tristan Wilson, Roberts High School student who will be giving us some remarks this evening.
Hello, teachers, fellow students, and parents. It's a privilege to be standing up here and speaking to you. Growing up was not an easy life for me. I went through many hardships, but my biggest one was accepting the fact I wouldn't have my mother. Unfortunately, drugs and alcohol were more important to her. Even so, I still had my dad and my grandparents there to help guide me. Then soon a stepmother. You're probably wondering by now where I'm going to be getting at with all of this, and well, I'll tell you. It's going to be about never giving up on yourself, never letting your past define where you're going to go in life and who you're going to be. For many years, I struggled with looking into a mirror because out of all four of her children, I looked the most like her. And because I was so much like her, at a young age, I put into my head that I was just going to end up like her too. I held a lot of anger towards my mother. That alone caused me to go down what I like to call a rabbit hole, instead of looking at the blessings I still had around me. I was ditching school, sneaking out, going to drink and smoke at parties. From there, I came to running away, being homeless with friends, even getting addicted to coke at the age of 16. I dropped out of high school my freshman year for almost 6 months. Those 6 months felt like 5 to 6 weeks, because I was drinking and doing so much, I don't remember over half of that 6-month time frame. At this point, society and many people around me had put me into this box. I was the kid who wouldn't ever do anything good, the delinquent. And to me, that just confirmed my own feelings towards myself. This is when Truancy Court had caught up to me, and I found out about the Connections program through Adam Banducci, who was present at the time as part of his job. He made it possible for me to get into this school, and even went out of his way to keep me in it through every up and down I had, along with other teachers, because they actually cared for their students' well-being and future there. Thanks to all the staff at Connections, as well as my parents and grandparents, even my little sister, I was able to continue forward even when I wanted to give up on myself. You are capable of getting out of that box you put yourself into. You are more than the stigmas people place onto you. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication But that change can only start with you. You have to decide to stand up and say, no, this is not me. That isn't who or what I'm going to be. I myself never thought I'd graduate high school, yet here I am, the first on my mother's side to graduate. So never give up on yourself, because you can do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tristan, for sharing those thoughts with us, that wisdom. Students, tonight we celebrate you and all that you've accomplished, and you've accomplished a lot in your time here with us at Roberts. This is an amazing group of young adults, and as was mentioned, amazing group of staff members that have cared for you. And you all come to us with different stories. You've overcome different challenges to reach this milestone. Your determination, grit, and perseverance have brought you to this point, and you'll need those same qualities in your next chapter of life. Your parents, family members, and friends are so proud of you, as well as the staff that have walked beside you in this journey. Congratulations again, and good luck in the next step. These distinctions and accomplishments are well-deserved, and we're proud of each and every one of you. And now, the moment that you've been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. As principal of Roberts High School, I'm proud to announce that the students before you have met the requirements of Salem-Keizer School District, the state of Oregon, to be high school graduates. Jim Orth, Salem-Keizer Director of Strategic Initiatives, and School Director Jesse Lippold, I present to you for the receipt of their graduation diplomas and certificates of completion, the class of 2020.
So graduates, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I'm loud, but not that loud. Graduates are going to come across, they're going to come across this way. They will cross the stage and have a little photo op at the other side and then go back to their seats. Before I start reading names, this is also to stall to get everybody in the place that they need to be. Parents and family and friends, I told the graduates, they are welcome to as many of the Roberts Grad 2020 signs that they would like to take and put in their front lawn or in their windows. So don't be afraid to stop and pick up 2, 3, maybe a 4. Okay? All right. So to begin, our very first graduate tonight, Tessa Alvarez. Tessa's next plan is to go to beauty school, and she would like to give a shout out to Ms. Turner for all of the love and support. Our next graduate is Logan Blanchard. Logan plans on going to work, and he would like to give a shout out to his parents, his dogs, and his family. Our next graduate is Davy Byers. Davy plans on becoming a nail technician. Our next graduate is Gabriel Campos. He wants to join the Job Corps and pursue the electrician program. The next graduate is Colton Follett. He is off to trade school and wants to give love for all of my teachers and family. Our next graduate is Tristan Harmon. Tristan plans to attend Chemeketa Community College in the fall to pursue her associate's degree. Our next graduate is Toby Hogan, and Toby is being wise and still deciding what's next. Our next graduate is Georgie Lancaster. She plans on becoming a mom and a wife, and she would like to thank God and my papa. I'm going to wait just a second while the photographer catches up, okay? We're waiting for the photo moment. Our next graduate is Hayden McNeil. Hayden would like to become a math teacher and would like to thank Mr. Pritchard for being an awesome math teacher and Mrs. Turner for helping me the entire way. Our next graduate is Connor Pemberton. Connor would like to be a health teacher at Connections. Would like to give a shout out to Dawn Valentine, she's a legend, and Tim for being supportive no matter what. Our next graduate is Tristan Wilson. Her future plans, she'd like to be a trauma nurse. And she'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Banducci, Mrs. Turner, and Tim. And our last diploma goes to William Worthington. His plans are to go to Chemeketa Community College and pursue construction. Our next graduate is Abigail Armstrong. Abigail hopes to continue her education locally in psychology and hopefully move into that field. And she'd like to mention her mom for keeping me healthy, safe, and most importantly, loved. Next is Jared Barnett. Jared is going to get a job and get employed, and would like to say thanks to my mom and my sister. Next is Jacob Gonzalez. Jacob wants to pursue diesel technician, and he wants to give a shout out to his friends and family, and Lisa, Ron, Dean, and Lori. Our next graduate is Mackenzie Hill. Mackenzie plans on going to beauty school, and she would like to thank her family, friends, and the staff at the DTLC for never giving up on me. Our next graduate is Alexis Loza Marquez. He's going to go to the Job Corps, and he wants to thank Mom for pushing him to finish. Our next graduate is Naila Mariaca Herrera. She plans to go to college, and she wants to give a shout out to her parents. Our next graduate is Logan McElroy. Logan says, I plan on just making money. Our next graduate is Maria Nickerson. Next, she's getting married to the love of my life, Peter, and she wants to give a shout out to her sister Kirsten for supporting me through life and even traveling 6,713 miles to visit me in Argentina. Our next graduate is Alejandro Olmos. He plans on pursuing a career in the automotive industry. Our next graduate is Jasmine Olmos. She plans on attending Chemeketa. She wants to pursue her PhD in marine biology. Our next graduate, Triana Omwer. Triana has a fan club, and her dream is to go to Faith Walk College in my homeland and pursue God's will for me. Next is Brian Ordonez Sanchez. Brian wants to pursue a career in the electrical field. Our next graduate is Roy Ortega. Roy wants to find out more about construction work. Our next graduate is Justin Tyler Otten. Justin plans on checking out and heading to the Job Corps, and she wants to give a shout out to her mom. Hang on. It's the photo op thing, Our next graduate is Kai Michael Schneider. Kai plans to be a trauma surgeon. Next is Brooklyn Slack. She will continue working until college. She wants to give a shout out to her family and friends. Next is Savannah Starr. Her future plans are to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, then go to school to be a dental hygienist. And I want to thank my amazing parents for pushing me to be my best self and supporting me in all my choices. Next is Cassandra Wells. Cassandra's going to head off to college, and she wants to give a big thank you to my mom. Next is Brandon Westrick. Brandon wants to give a shout out to Ty and Deegan. I tell you, I get nervous. Our final graduate walking across the stage tonight is Nikaya Willits, and she plans on continuing school at Chemeketa.
Class of 2020, on behalf of Roberts High School staff, Salem Kaiser School District, your families, we all congratulate you. We're very proud of you. Students, it's your hard work and determination that brought you to this point. Parents and families, we ask that you please stay seated as the graduates exit to the end of the football field during the recessional. We can only allow a few minutes, but once they've exited, you may meet them on the field to celebrate and take photos, of course, socially distanced. Don't forget, we had one photo op. There are others coming. Students, please stand at this time. Turn and face the audience. You may now take your tassel from the right side and move it to the left side as a graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and distinct pleasure to give you the 2020 graduating class. Thank you for joining us this evening.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space.
Support for Capital Community Media's Salem Kaiser Schools high school graduations is provided by Les Schwab Tire Centers, where doing the right thing matters. Experience the Les Schwab difference at your neighborhood Les Schwab Tire Center, or visit us on the web at leschwab.com. And by Salem Health Hospitals and Clinics. Also sponsored by Salem Auto Body and Paint Works, experts at getting you back on the road and repairing RVs, boats, semis, and power equipment. Phone 503-378-7595 or online at salemautobody.net. Thank you.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
Great job.
Hot
Congratulations.
air